Good day to all of you. I hope all is well, and please stay home and stay safe. Rather, keep safe because of the spreading virus and rather all over the world. Today, we are here to continue our engine assembly, and we are going to install parts at the rear of the engine and at the front of the engine. And before we start, please like, share, and comment our videos. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated with our new videos. Last time, we have installed some parts at the rear of our engine, and we installed this rear gear housing, and then we installed the camshaft and the camshaft thrust washer. So we will continue to complete this end, rather this rear part, and then we are going to install our gear here in the camshaft, and we have to cover it. This gear housing will be covered by our flywheel housing, and then we are going to put the front cover at the front of the engine. Okay, so please stand by and please bear with me, and we will study all the parts and then the procedures on how to connect those parts in our engine. To start with, we are going to install the following parts of the engine. First, we have the camshaft gear, and then we have the crankcase internal breather. We have the flywheel housing, and then we have the front cover, and then we also have our gasket of the front cover. So gaskets are very important so that there will be no leakage of oil in the engine. And then this series is special because we are going to time the engine. So as you can see, we have a mark here, which is a timing mark of the camshaft. We will match it with the crankshaft timing gear. So it's inside here. So we can see it here inside. So later on, as we assemble or install the parts, you can see how I will time the engine. Okay, the tools that we are going to use in today's series are the following. We have the T-wrench, we have the socket wrench sliding handle, we have the socket wrench ratchet handle, we have the socket extensions, then we have the socket wrenches, we have the torque wrench, and we have the pry bar for turning our engine. And we will be needing some oil for lubricating the parts that we are going to slide or to install. So they are just few. So be familiar with them so that you will know their names. So when you buy tools on your own, then you know what to buy. Okay, so to start with our engine work today, I brought back the engine by turning this handle. I brought back the engine to its original position, and as you can see the cylinders above. So that is the top of our engine, and below is our crankshaft. So that is below our engine. So the purpose of this is to show you what is our first procedure, and our first procedure is we are going to turn the crankshaft so that we will bring the piston number 1 into TDC. So by using our pry bar, so where is number 1? If this is the front of our engine, this is number 1. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 consecutively, we can see the cylinders. So I will turn the engine and bring the piston number 1 into top dead center. So when you see the piston above, here on the cylinder at its topmost portion, that is the TDC. So let me turn it. I have inserted 2 bolts of the flywheel so that we can turn the crankshaft and bring number 1 into its top dead center. So let me put the pry bar here and then turn counterclockwise because we are at the end. Okay, so let us see number 1. Alright, so that is our top dead center. So what do you notice about the position of our pistons now? Okay, you're right. Piston number 1 is at the top dead center and also number 4. So what are they? They are partner cylinders, or in other terms, they call them as running mates. So when the piston moves TDC, which is the top dead center, this is the top dead center, and of course the opposite, when they are below or at the bottom, it's called, they are said to be at the bottom dead center. That's the place where the lowest travel of the piston. So 1 and 4 are partners, and of course, as you can see, 2 and 3 are also partners. So they move in opposite direction. So 1 and 4 moves at the top dead center, and the cylinders 2 and 3 pistons move at the bottom dead center. So they are exactly opposite. But there are other things to be discussed here as to what happens in each cylinder during engine operation. But let us now proceed to our next work, which is the installation of our camshaft gear. And the camshaft gear is being timed with our crankshaft. So it's timed with our crankshaft because it is the movement of the valve that we are concerned here, because the valves are operated by our crankshaft, camshaft, and when it operates the valve, it should not move opposite to our piston movement, because if the valves will hit the pistons, they will be damaging the pistons, and of course eventually the engine will be damaged and will not work anymore, and great damage will be done by that happening, or rather breakage. When the valves break in our cylinder, of course it will strike this piston and other parts of the cylinder, and it will cause great damage, and you will buy your cylinder block, which is very expensive, and also other parts. So engine timing is very important for that. We are concerned of the harmonious movement of parts, and it is attained when you are going to align or match our timing marks from our crankshaft and our camshaft. So we will do this. Observe how I do it so that you learn how to do the engine timing, or some other terms like ignition timing. So let me just add an additional information. This is the crankshaft gear. This crankshaft has a gear at the rear. So some other engines are the crankshaft gear are located at the front of the engine. So, but it's the same. We should just match our timing marks so that we can obtain the right engine timing or ignition timing. So it's important that we have to rightly position our pistons, okay, and our valves, which is driven by our camshaft. Okay, so I hope you understand what that means. That just means that the parts should move accordingly so that they will not strike each other and cause great damage to our engine. Alright, let me show you the crankshaft timing gear. The timing gear has a timing mark, which is this. Okay, can you see this? This gear tooth is different from other gears. Look at the difference. There is a slight chamfer. So you can see, can you see that? There is a chamfer. While those gears nearby or neighboring gears are straight. See? So that is our timing mark there. Alright, let's do the timing now. So let us put this 12 o'clock. Then we'll put our timing mark and match it with the crankshaft timing mark. So here it is. And then we'll put the camshaft there. Okay, but it's not yet, the holes are not aligned. So we'll turn our camshaft a little bit more so that we're aligning the camshaft, the holes where the bolts will go. Okay, a little bit more. All right, so it's now there, and then we'll put the internal breather here, and I will show you later on the matched timing marks of the camshaft and the crankshaft. But first we'll put the internal breather. Alright, so it's here. And the other one is, the other bolt is there. And we have 4 bolts more. So now we are going to use our T-wrench here. So let me just adjust the camera so that you can see. Alright. Okay. So in tightening our bolts, we should balance it. Alright. Okay, so slowly. Okay, so let's torque it. Alright, let's use our torque wrench. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 additional. Okay, so this is the last one. Okay. Okay, so have you heard that click? That means that we have already attained the setting. So that is our camshaft gear installation and with engine timing. So I will show you about the timing that I was telling you. So let me put the camera near. Okay, so I will show you the timing. So you can see that our camshaft timing mark or dot is matched with our gear tooth, which is chamfered. So as you can see, that's our timing. Okay, next we are going to install our flywheel housing, and we need to tilt the engine so that we are safe in our installation of our flywheel housing. So I think it's just like this. Okay. So can you see it? Alright, so it's this way that we are going to tilt our engine, and let us now put our flywheel housing. So this is a heavy part, so we should be very careful in putting our flywheel housing. Okay, so I will put the housing now. Okay, slowly. Alright. We are going to match the pins. Okay, so when you hear that sound, it is now inserted. The guide or dowel, which I will show you. Okay, so here it is. So we'll have tighten it first. Okay, so tighten. This is just the initial tightening. Okay, so we have already temporarily tightened them, and then we will now proceed to torquing them. But let us check first the fitness. The initial. Right. So we will use the torque wrench now. But first, let us tilt this. Put it back to our original position so that you can see where we are going to torque the bolts. So we are here now. We are going to torque the flywheel housing, but we have a pattern on this. So the pattern for our torque or torque pattern is we will start number 1 here, and then 2, 3, and then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that's how our torque pattern is or should be followed. So let's start with number one. Okay, I have already adjusted this torque wrench and I put it to 20 Newton meter. So this is number one. Okay, that's one. Then two. Then three. Then four. Then we have five. Okay. Then we have six. Then seven. Then eight. Then nine. It's a different branch. Okay, nine. And 10, then 11, then 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Okay, let's adjust the torque wrench and make it to 40 Newton meter. Okay, let's start again. Let's change our wrench. Okay, so let's go to the final. Final torque. Okay. So we finished our flywheel housing. Okay, so first let us inspect. Okay, take a look at the bolts. Okay, then we will move, rather rotate the engine to our position, back to its position. Alright, so as to put our front gear cover or front cover, so it will be inserted here. Okay, so let us first put our gasket. Should be inserted there, and let us put our front cover. So slowly, we just take a look here. So the gears should, let us move this portion. Alright, and then let us take a look at the holes and then push it slowly, because it also has a dowel pin or a guide. And we should take a look at the oil seal of the camshaft. Not to damage this, because if this will be damaged, oil will be leaking out of this part here. Okay, so that's it. That's how we put our front cover. Then we will bolt them now. So we have 3 long bolts here. So there is one. Let me just fit this. We will use a hammer to slightly tap, a plastic hammer to slightly tap our cover. Alright. Okay. So 3 long bolts here. And then the other bolts, let me get them, and then let us insert them here. Okay. Okay, let me put on the camera farther so that you will see how we will tighten the front cover. Alright. just initially tighten the bolts. We're just going to balance it. Okay. Okay, so let us initially tighten them. And then we will use our torque wrench. Okay, let us start them now. So we start here at number 1. Okay, this is 2. And 3 here. And 4 there, here. And we have number 5, which is above. Okay, this one, 5. Then we have 6. Then we have 7. Then we have 8 here. Then we have 9. Then we have 10. Opposite. Then we have 11. Then we have 12 here. Then 13 and 14. Okay, so last one is here, 14. Okay, that's right. So that's the torque pattern. Okay, so let's finalize now the torque. So we have number 1 here. And then we have number 2. Then we have number 3. Then we have number 4 here. Okay. And number 5. And then number 6. We have number 7. Okay, and number 8 above. Number 9. Then number 10. Then 11. And then 12. And we 13 here. And the last one, it's here. So 14. Okay, so we have finished all our jobs today, and I hope you learned something in our series. So please continue to watch every videos that I will be uploading, because we will assemble this engine completely. So thank you very much, and have a good day, and please stay safe.